Good evening, friends. Welcome to Industrial Audit and Compliance Support Bureau Classroom. In today's session, we would discuss about the social compliance audit, which is required for those units who are engaged in the export business or manufacturing their materials for export globally, and they want to promote their business. First, we would know about the social compliance. Basically, social compliance is nothing but it is how the business protect the health and safety of the employee, their rights and benefits, environmental protection, the supply chain management, etc. And as we know, audit is a process to check with the standard, the rules and regulations complying with is correct or not in the unit. So it is for continual improvement in the organization in terms of social compliances. The client checks that the unit is complying with the social standard or health and safety standard or environmental standard or not. If we are complying with the rules of these standards, they qualify us and they select us for the business association. Basically, the social compliance audit is conducted for certification purpose or for assessment purpose. Certification is required by some specific client, and assessment is conducted from different code of conduct in respect to social compliance by the clients. Most of the clients globally ask for the social compliance assessment in the facility. On the basis, they join and allow to make their products in their facility, and uh, needs us to go for the same. So here in today's video, we would discuss about the social compliance audit conducted from different platform in conformity with the standard or based upon the bias code of conduct. Let's start today's topic. One by one, we will focus the standard and the code of conduct of the buyers as well as the platforms from where the social compliance audit is conducted. One of the important standard in respect to social compliance is SA8000. SA8000 is basically the certification program and having its 9 principles, which is said by Social Accountability International in 1997, and it is gone from UK. Next, the platform from which the social compliance is conducted is M4E BSCI. M4E BSCI having its 11 principles and is administered from Greater China. Third is SEDEX platform, from where the two type of audits are conducted, that is 2 pillar and 4 pillar audits. 2 pillar audits actually covers the labor standard and health and safety of the employee, while the 4 pillar audit covers the labor standard, health and safety of the employee, environmental assessment and business ethics. Next standard, which is globally recognized, is ISO 26000. This is corporate social responsibility, having 7 key principles and is conducted from Switzerland. Uh, Next one is buyer social compliance audit, which is called code of conduct audit. It is nothing but it is in conformity with the standard which we have discussed right now. So now, one by one, we will see or we will go through the principles of the standard and platforms. Here on our screen, the SA 8009 principles, to which I would like to explain in front of you. It says that uh, there is no child labor in your unit, there is no forced or compulsory labor in your unit, health and safety measures and policy in your unit. There is freedom of association and collective bargaining to the employee. There is no discrimination in the unit, and your disciplinary practices, the decent working hours and remuneration, and management system overview. This is the 9 principles of SA8000 standard on which the SA8000 certification is possible. On this basis, if we have prepared in the aspect of documentation or physical preparation, we could qualify the SA8000. Next one is M4E BSCI Code of Conduct. It having 11 principles, which is like this: the right of freedom of association and collective bargaining, no discrimination, fair remuneration, decent working hours, occupational health and safety, no child labor, special protection to young workers, no precarious employment, no bonded or forced labor, protection of environment, ethical business behavior. These are the 11 principles of the 4E BSA platform. Next one is the SEDEX Meta platform, where two pillar or four pillar having similarity in code of conduct as we have discussed in BSCI or SA8000, but we will focus over the two pillar audit, which covers labor standard and health and safety. The code of conduct, or we could say the principles of the SEDEX two pillar audit, is the right of freedom of association of employee. There is no discrimination, and good and decent working hours, fair remuneration, child labor, no bonded or forced labor, disciplinary procedure of the organization, benefits and allowances of the employee, training and awareness programs for the employee, harassment, home workers and subcontractors management, human rights, women rights, occupational health and safety parameters. So, the four pillar SEDEX audit includes the environmental compliances and business integrity apart from the two pillar code of conduct. Now, the ISO 26000, which is very important for the social compliance audit, having 7 principles, that is accountability, transparency, ethical behavior, respect for human rights, respect for stakeholders, respect for rules of laws, respect for international norms of behavior. Ultimately, this standard also covers and prepare the code of conduct, as we explained in the another standard parameters, as well as the platforms. That is also the right of freedom of association and collective bargaining, no discrimination, fair remuneration, decent working hours, occupational health and safety, no child labor, special protection to young worker, no precarious employment, no bonded or forced labor, protection of environment, ethical business behavior, environmental compliances, business integrity, human rights, management accountability, respect for the rules of laws, respect for the stakeholder, respect for international norms of behavior. Now, this is very important, that number of clients having their own code of conduct, but it is nothing. It is based upon the standard we discussed, or the platform from where the social compliance audit is conducted, that is BSCI platform or SEDEX platform or SA8000 standard or ISO 26,000 standard. This code of conduct also covers all the aspects of the social compliance. It could be varied from client to client. Like suppose if you are producing business product, it may differ from the Dollar Tree's code of conduct. It may differ from the Walmart code of conduct, but ultimately it covers the SA8000 standard or ISO 26000 standard. So, on what conclusion we reached here? We have discussed social compliance audit from different standard and platform and seen similarities and variations, but overall it covers the compliance under the below heads, which is countable and which will help uh, to get prepared our unit for the audit. It is basically the social compliance audit is based upon the labor standard, occupational health and safety, environmental protection, ethical business behavior, respect for rules of laws, respect for human rights, respect for stakeholders, management accountability, anti corruption, contracting and subcontracting management, supply chain management. This means that it is the maximum coverage for the social compliance audit. In the next video, we would discuss about the standard, about the occupational health and safety standard, about the environmental, as we discussed in the conclusion. Thank you very much.